I went live against my fiance's wishes. She was texting me the entire time telling me to get off live, but I thought that I could explain what was going on while in the ER, in a lot of pain, and dealing with insurance.
Imagine building a reputation as a sharp, objective critic only to tear it all down with a single misstep. Jake Doolittle, once a rising star in the YouTube commentary world, is now a cautionary tale of how quickly a creator can fall from grace. His journey from admired commentator to divisive figure unfolded in real time, leaving his audience questioning his motives and integrity. But what caused this dramatic downfall? Was it an innocent miscalculation, or was Jake blinded by a personal vendetta? Stick around as we unravel the story of Jake Doolittle's rise, his catastrophic fall, and the lessons every creator can learn from his mistakes. If you enjoy deep dives into the world of YouTube drama and creator controversies, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Let's get started.
So the other day we covered this guy named Jake Doolittle who was basically messaging YouTubers begging them for money, and when they didn't respond he threatened to expose them in a video.
I guess that's it. I have spent 4 months gathering information on Ethan and
4 months.
I'm frustrated with a lot of your favorite creators.
If you look over my resume, can you keep your $500?
Hi sisters. My last video sucked.
The meteoric rise of Jake Doolittle. Jake Doolittle's YouTube career began humbly in December 2019. Unlike many aspiring creators, Jake had an edge, experience working with influencers like Charli D'Amelio and Justin Bieber. Using these connections, he carved out a niche in the commentary world by exposing unethical practices among creators. Videos like exposing plagiarism in the creator community and calling out deceptive influencers earned him a reputation for neutrality and meticulous research. Jake's content resonated with viewers who were tired of clickbait and baseless drama. Within 2 years, his subscriber count skyrocketed from 500 to over 250,000. What set Jake apart was his objectivity. He avoided emotional bias, sticking to facts and presenting evidence in a measured way. This approach won him loyal fans and positioned him as a credible voice in the YouTube commentary scene. But credibility is fragile, and Jake's next move would shatter it completely.
Out himself on the podcast, many big creators get them. It's not an excuse for your horrible behavior, nor does it justify anything either. Plus the video was still up. He did not feel any remorse for it. He only deleted it once Ethan had it pulled up during the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a public figure, you're gonna get psycho. I mean, has anyone here on the crew not gotten a death threat at one point?
That's my other thing too. It's like, yeah, dude, we
A dime a dozen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying it's okay. People that do that are nuts and fuck them, but it's also like that doesn't absolve you of anything.
I want to do for you though, Jake. I think the D'Amelio family could pay you like $500, right? And then you'd be happy. I mean, I'm now it's a whole different thing. Now it's a whole legal shit. I don't know. But stay on the line. I'm gonna send you $500 because the D'Amelio family did it.
Stop it.
The D'Amelio family didn't pay you $500. I'm gonna pay because they're cheap fucking freaks.
Hey, can you keep your $500?
Stay on the line. Are you in LA?
He did say he was subscribed.
I'm not in LA. I'm remote, but love
You're
is killing it out
Maine,
of
bro.
Sweden. I bet you I could kill it.
Okay, so stay on the line. I'm gonna give you the 500. I'm gonna give you the 500 to make you whole. And remember, D'Amelio family, Ethan pays on time.
That's right.
And also send your resume.
The Ethan Klein expose. Turning point or personal grudge. In December 2023, Jake released a video titled Ethan Klein, Harmful or Hypochondriac. At 40 minutes long, the video was an unrelenting critique of Ethan Klein, host of the H3 podcast. Jake accused Ethan of fabricating health issues, spreading misinformation, and profiting off false narratives about his lupus diagnosis. The video claimed that Ethan self-diagnosed based on superficial research, misinterpreted medical data, and misled his audience. Jake even suggested that Ethan's actions harmed the chronic illness community, a claim that many found inflammatory and unsupported. But something felt off. Unlike Jake's earlier videos, this one was dripping with personal bias. Fans noticed the shift immediately, questioning Jake's motives. Why was he so focused on Ethan? The answer lay in Jake's history. Back in August 2021, Jake appeared on the H3 podcast after accusing Charli D'Amelio of profiting from his work without proper credit. During the episode, Ethan offered him $500 and encouraged him to send his resume for a potential job. While Jake accepted the money, the job offer never materialized, leaving him feeling rejected. For many viewers, Jake's expose felt less like a legitimate critique and more like a bitter response to professional rejection.
And I was paying money out of pocket to cover the donations that we were making. At the beginning, it was more of a grassroots operation where I was just sending people money through PayPal and I was trying to fundraise as much as possible. But now we are a national.
The worst part is I can't take a break. Like, I financially can't take a break because shit like this happens all the fucking time.
2018, I had just turned 17 years old. It was in March and I wanted to become a photographer. I was watching photographers' videos like Jordan Matter and Peter McKinnon. I took a whole lot of notes from that and then I finally bought my first camera.
Ethan Klein's response: a masterclass in damage control. The backlash to Jake's video was swift and brutal. Fans of the H3 podcast rallied against him, while online forums dissected his claims. The video's like-to-dislike ratio painted a clear picture. Jake had overstepped. Ethan Klein's response was decisive. On January 8, 2024, the H3 podcast addressed Jake's video in detail. Despite Jake setting his video to private, Ethan's team had already saved it. Over the course of a live stream, Ethan methodically debunked Jake's claims, pointing out inconsistencies and exposing the personal grudge behind the attack. Ethan also revealed screenshots of Jake's repeated attempts to ingratiate himself with the H3 team. These revelations painted Jake not as a neutral critic but as someone driven by ego and resentment. The audience sided overwhelmingly with Ethan, further isolating Jake.
$500 because the D'Amelio family did it.
Stop it.
The D'Amelio family didn't pay you $500. I'm gonna pay because they're cheap fucking freaks.
It's like a Romeo and Juliet.
Or their team is.
Well, yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. So you stay in the line, okay?
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna make you whole.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
If you look over my resume, can you keep your $500?
Stay in the line. Are you in LA?
He did say he was subscribed.
I'm not in LA. I'm remote, but love
You're
killing it out
Maine,
of
bro.
Sweden. I bet you I could kill it.
Okay, so stay.
Less alone. I even remember saving up money from my first job ever to buy multiple Teddy Fresh items. More recently, I was on the podcast speaking to Ethan about an unrelated subject. I left VidCon to attend their most recent live show, and I am also friendly with a few of their crew members. But I saw a few very concerning things when it comes to Ethan Klein's lupus journey. And as someone who's been sick his entire life, I felt like I needed to make this video. Not only have I dealt with chronic illness, but I run a nonprofit where I support people financially.
The fallout, a career in freefall. Jake's reputation as a credible commentator was irreparably damaged. His subscriber count began to plummet, and his once loyal fans turned on him. In a desperate attempt to stem the backlash, Jake posted an Instagram story apologizing for the video and pleading for the hate to stop. But his apology rang hollow. Viewers felt that Jake wasn't truly sorry for his actions, only for the consequences. His credibility was gone, and with it, his career as a respected commentator. A lesson in ego and accountability. Jake Doolittle's story is more than just YouTube drama, it's a cautionary tale for creators everywhere. In the world of online commentary, credibility is your most valuable currency. Once lost, it's nearly impossible to regain. Jake's downfall wasn't just about a bad video, it was about letting personal grievances overshadow objectivity. Had he taken accountability and shifted his focus back to the fact-driven content that made him successful, he might have salvaged his career. Instead, he doubled down, alienating even more of his audience. If there's one takeaway from Jake Doolittle's story, it's this: integrity matters. As creators, we have a responsibility to our audience to be honest, fair, and transparent. Personal grudges and ego have no place in this space. What are your thoughts on Jake Doolittle's rise and fall? Let's discuss in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of YouTube creators. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.